Robert Zinni here at Butte Distillery for 5enses Unplugged. Tonight, our guest is local musician Keenan Hammack, one of my former students. He's a great musician, and we're gonna be talking a little bit about astrophysics. So stay tuned and enjoy some music. All right, we're here with Keenan Hammack here at Butte Distillery for 5enses Unplugged. He's a local musician, and if y'all don't know it, he was one of my prized students over at North Point. Yeah, prized, because I taught you so many years.
Prized, yeah, a whole 1 year at the end, right?
I think so. I think government class.
Yep, government class. I learned that I don't like how you teach government class.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
so I think if this is going to turn into like the North Point confessionals, tell the audience about my teaching style then. That's the first question.
Well, you know, actually the best thing that he taught me is how to play devil's advocate. He was really good at that. There was a few like triggerable students that 100% of the time it worked. They would go off. You would go off.
It was a good argument.
It was a good argument. Yeah, good argument class, basically, is what it turned out to be.
Okay. So
but that's pretty reflective of government, I think. I think you taught it well, actually.
No, yeah, just playing both sides.
Just government.
And you play both sides, and at the end of the day, it's the same thing that we have to deal with, right?
Right.
Cool. Right. Well, I'm glad that I didn't awfully teach you the ways of the music, because you're a really talented musician here in town. So I'm glad that, I can make you devil's advocate, but like, your music, you were in Sugar in the Mint and you are playing solo now.
Yep.
So please tell our audience, like, what's music life? What's life music?
Music life music. Well, I have been a bit detached from the music scene. I've been, when I was touring with Sugar in the Mint, right after high school, it was actually 2017, the year before I graduated, actually. We won the Telluride Bluegrass contest at Telluride, Colorado. And that kind of was the slingshot into our music career for sure. It opened a lot of doors for us, big recognition. It's one of the bigger festivals that happen in the Southwest. And so, yeah, we competed in the band competition, did not deserve to win, but
really?
somehow came up on top. And yeah, it's actually, we later found out that every other year they pick a traditional band and a non-traditional band. So we happened to be on the non-traditional year. So we got lucky, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And there was a traditional band that was arguably much tighter, much cleaner, better songwriting, I think.
Oh, come on, don't downplay it.
Sorry.
All right, so here's the thing. So like, I love Colorado, you love Colorado.
Yep.
The Avalanche are the Stanley Cup champions this year. So I always want to know what it feels like to win. So like, even though you just downplayed your success, what did it feel like to be like a champion for the Bluegrass Festival?
Pretty surreal, honestly. It was definitely the biggest audience that we'd ever played to. It happened early in the morning, but there was probably like 5,000-6,000 people there. So when you're 17, that feels like, whoa, yeah. And so you get up on stage at the Telluride Festival, and it's like the backdrop behind the audience is just ridiculous. I mean, it's like you're inside this box canyon, and there's like these beautiful, it's like one of the mountains is red, and one of the mountains is like just huge, like tundra cap. And yeah, it was really beautiful stage. But yeah, I don't know. It felt pretty surreal the whole weekend, just being in this kind of melting pot with all these different amazing musicians that we had looked up to. And part of the great thing about winning Telluride is that you get a slot in the next year's Bluegrass Festival.
Even like
an
headliner,
like an hour. Okay, like an hour, you get to come and play. It's like one of the morning slots still, but you take it. You take what you can get. No, we were super happy to win that. And
if you don't mind me asking, what time of year is that?
So that's June. It usually happens like Father's Day weekend. So they kind of structured on the full moon. Because Sam Bush, the king of Telluride, has this song, Howling at the Moon.
Okay.
So every year every year the moon comes over the mountains and Sam Bush, perfectly timed, sings his Howling at the Moon song. And everybody, of course,
Howls at the Moon.
Howls at the Moon.
Nice.
You guessed it.
I mean, that setting for the science portion of 5enses, right?
See, yeah, we can talk about that a bit.
So you have the alpine, like, biome, right?
Yes.
Going back to
Sussman's
class, right?
Sussman's class, dude. Eastman, all about it. All about the biomes, man.
Yo, so just a side note, Eastman and I are high altitude runners.
Right.
And so every year he does the Imogene Trail. And I did it in 2020 with him.
Yeah.
And that was pretty freaking dope and pretty hard.
Yeah. I saw you guys on Granite that one time when I was going up to, they were like running. I thought I was a G for like getting up at 6 and like going up to do the head wall.
Yeah.
To do the rock climb.
At the front porch, whatever you call that.
Yeah. I was, I think we were doing the classic, which is like 5-7 trad route. It's
Yeah.
like 400 feet or something. It's good time. It's scary. But yeah, these guys are like in their short shorts running down the mountain already made it to the top, coming back down.
Yeah. Hey, that's the Sky Islander lifestyle. We like to run up mountains in the desert. And today I did Spruce Mountain and I saw a freaking North Point teacher there.
Oh, sick.
I love seeing people because like I'm always focused. So it's probably like you on the stage. I'm just focused running. And then when I see somebody, I'm always like, peace out. And like, because I don't want to talk and run or I'll fall like I did today when I said hello to the North Point teacher.
Nice.
But I'm cool. Like, you know, Eastman talked about you, Sussman and I had a conversation earlier. So I'm really happy that you're very successful because what we offer at North Point is...
that's like a chip on your shoulder, right? Like,
of course.
Yeah.
Anytime I see a former student, whether good or bad, that we had in the classroom, I'm always proud that they're making the choice that they want to do. And that's what I like about North Point is like, you know, we are a college prep school, but I also think we're a human life school where we give you the tools and you can do whatever the hell you want, you know? So, you know, just to let you know, we are all proud of you, Keenan, for the accomplishments that you have for music. So we're about to listen to a song that you're going to be playing for us. Two-part question. One is, what inspires you, you know, to the music? And you can probably mix it in with like, what type of genre do you like to create your music in?
Ooh, I like to stay away from the word genre.
Why? Is not an ELA class?
Because I think that the music that I like typically is outside of any categorization. Or
That's right,
genre.
the non-traditional category that you want.
Non-traditional or contemporary, progressive. You know, all these words get attached to it, but really, it's like, what can you call it that somebody would understand what you're talking about? It's like when I say I play contemporary acoustic music. What does that mean to you? Like I play rock and roll, I play blues, I play jazz. You know, that makes sense. That's like descriptive words that people know what they mean. Contemporary Americana, progressive Americana music. Zinni, how does that make you feel?
Very pretentious that I'm entitled.
Indeed, yes, indeed. So yeah, I like to stay away from genres. Like some of my stuff has got kind of a funky vibe. Some of my stuff has like this singer-songwriter vibe. It really depends on what the inspiration is. And going back to that inspiration question, I think it really depends on the song. So I get inspiration from all sorts of different places, like obviously like listening to new music, like stuff I've never heard before, new albums coming out. I'll always get lyrical ideas from that and melodic ideas from that. And then, I don't know, it's a lot of my lyrics are very emotionally driven, especially this first song, from, you know, kind of real life experience. They don't tell you about that in high school.
Oh, not at all.
You just go out in the real world and just get freaking slapped down.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
Going over to what my dad told me at an early age, life sucks, deal with it, and it's unfair.
Okay. Right.
So
that's what I wish you would have taught in government class.
Well, you know, in government class, we're going to tell you how to manipulate the system and find the loopholes and know that we want you peasants to argue about stupid things that don't really matter. So therefore the rich can get richer. Anyways, that'll probably get cut from the show. But no, but the thing about life is no matter what it deals with you, you got to learn success and failure, bringing it back to what we're talking about. And the advice I would give myself back when I was your age or when your age when in my class, learn from your mistakes. Because nobody ever tells you learn from your mistakes.
Right.
Because sometimes we take it hard. Sometimes that develops trauma in our life. And unless, like when you look at it as a lesson, it may happen a couple times, but you got to learn from that. So learn from your mistakes.
In culture, there's a big detachment from our mistakes. Like we need to avoid them and stay away from them when really we should examine them.
Yeah, it's about doing the work. It's about doing the inner work and knowing that if you are experiencing lows in life, you have to experience it, or that high that you get, like winning the Telluride Bluegrass Festival, you will never know how to appreciate it, you know?
Right.
Bringing it back to Colorado for a second before we listen to your song. The Avalanche won the hockey Stanley Cup Finals, right?
Okay.
They are glowing in the basket. Next year, they might not even make the playoffs. So it's about how do you deal with that success, knowing that tomorrow's impermanence and, you know, anything.
It's fleeting.
Yeah.
It's fleeting. Success, failure, it's all fleeting. Feelings, emotions.
All right.
Yeah, we're all going to get to experience the next existential crisis with this next song.
I heard the sound of your voice echo in the dead of night. It's gonna be a long night. I've been alone before. I know the door locks on both sides. It's gonna be a long night. Ooh, ooh. I know we said forever. I know we said forever, but I don't expect you to wait for me, wait for me, wait for me. I don't expect you to wait for me, wait for me, wait for me. I know you said you would pray for me, pray for me, pray for me. Ooh. I heard the sound of your voice echo in the dead of night. It's gonna be a long night. I've been alone before. I know the door locks on both sides. It's gonna be a long night. Ooh. I know we said forever. I know we said forever, but I don't expect you to wait for me, wait for me, wait for me. I don't expect you to wait for me, wait for me, wait wait for me. And I know you said you would pray for me, pray for me, pray for me. Ooh. It's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long night.
All right, yeah, that song was very emotional, as we were saying earlier before. So we talked about a little bit about your musical past.
Yeah.
Where are you going in the future?
So I want to keep doing music at a high level, highest level that I can manage.
Okay.
So I actually just recorded a bunch of demos, and I still have producer relationships from when I was in Sugar in the Mint. So that's kind of the plan. I'm waiting on. I just taught this music camp up in Northern California. Actually, I accredit a large amount of my musical intuition and knowledge from those music camps, going to them as a kid.
Nice.
And so, yeah, I got to return triumphantly this year as a teacher. I was very, very excited about it. Very underqualified to be teaching with the kind of people.
Well, here's the thing. We're in Arizona, and they just rescinded what it takes to be a teacher, so you don't even have to have a degree anymore.
This is in California, so.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah, so-
wow. You're very, like, yeah.
super, yeah. I'm like, whoo. But yeah, so where the hell was I?
So how did it feel giving back? Because that's what you do with the youth, is
Right.
you give back. So how was it being a teacher?
It was great. Yeah, it was great. All right, I was talking about the recording. So yeah, I got to record this song with a bunch of really great people. Roy Wooten was one of the players. So he plays with Bela Fleck. He's the percussionist, and he's a crazy. His nickname is Future Man.
What does that mean?
It means he's from the future.
Okay, awesome. All
Means
right.
he's from the future. No, he has just these super futuristic ideas, rhythmical ideas, and just ideas on life, really, like philosophy and
There's a lot of
music.
ideas in that.
There's a lot of ideas. Yeah, he's got a brain.
Okay.
He does. He thinks.
I would hope so.
No, he's a great man, great musician, just incredible knowledge of rhythm. And yeah, so they actually, I don't know to talk too much about Roy Future Man Wooten, but he,
Well, let's talk about your future. then.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully I'm hoping to record some songs, like a, full length solo album here pretty soon. That'll probably be in the next year or so. Take some time to, the producer that I'm hoping for is in Nashville, Tennessee. And so I think pretty much to record a good album, you need about 2 months
Okay.
blocked off of your time to really do it right, to record it well, to mix it well, to be a part of the full process. So yeah, I'm going to school right now. So 2 months of time is kind of hard to come by in one.
You got summers off. Come
One
on.
block. Yeah, unless you're me and take Calc 2 over the summer. And,
Ooh, okay.
yeah, so I just finished that. That was great.
So what are you studying in college?
I am studying space physics and
Dang.
plan to transfer to Embry-Riddle here pretty soon. Trying to milk that community college tuition, as much as possible. It's so much cheaper. It's like 1% of the cost.
All I know is that Embry-Riddle wants Yavapai County people, citizens, to go to a Yavapai County
Perfect.
university.
Perfect. Yeah. Which makes sense. So hopefully, I can get scholarships with that.
So what's your fascination about space?
My fashion, come on. We're on a tiny little blue rock and we're floating through space. And it's we think of things so much. I actually started writing this song this morning called Relativity, and it kind of like brings in Einstein's idea into a physical sense, because the ramifications in the physical sense are huge. But it also brings in relativity into a sociology field as well. So all this idea of relativity. But yeah, just learning about the universe and understanding the kind of fundamental building blocks, fundamental forces that are making everything what they are. That pin on your jacket, that, you know, the colors and the hair, it's got this nice gleam. Okay. So I'm thinking about all these things, you know, it's like, what makes those colors pop? What makes my voice work? You know, what makes my heart beat? So that kind of things, the kind of deeper, more fundamental questions about the simple things. Simple things. When you hear the word fundamental, it seems like it's simple, but yeah. It's
so abstract.
Yep. Yeah. So you get down to the simplest level and you realize that things aren't so simple. And like even something like vacuum energy, you know, it's like, oh, you try to imagine the most simple thing possible, which is nothing, a complete vacuum. And you've got this boson field, this Higgs boson field that's just like going all crazy. It's like mathematically trying to describe that. It's like, and that's the simplest thing you could possibly think of.
That's totally what I was thinking about right now.
Exactly, the Higgs boson field. Dude,
yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's totally like totally. Me too. Yeah, like that's so yeah, that's kind of my fascination with it. I think at any kind of like humanity level, for kind of furthering the human race, I'm kind of in the Musk boat.
Okay.
Like I think that, so one of the specialization fields that I can go into with Embry-Riddle is exotic propulsion.
Okay, so are you gonna make a porno or is it something else like that?
That's definitely 100% of what I'll be studying at Embry-Riddle is, yeah. So yeah, that's kind of like the way of fueling rockets.
Okay.
Without kind of conventional fuels. So using things like antimatter engines and solar sails and all these things. So that's one of the fields that I'm kind of looking into.
Sweet. I hope you pursue that, because I'm a huge fan of astrophysics, and if I had the time, I would study it. So I'm glad that you are, and it probably like, you know, help you with your music, because it's definitely all science.
It's all science. One of my favorite quotes actually is mathematics is the universal language, and music is the emotional expression of mathematics.
I can see that, because when you're playing in a band, you have to communicate with the different instruments. Right. So it's its own language.
It's its own language for sure.
Okay. So we're talking about these big ideas about space, philosophical questions. Well, I got the biggest I can't speak right now, but I have the biggest philosophical question for you. Okay. Are you ready for it?
I think so. I mean, I'm not like fully college educated yet.
You're just North Point educated.
I'm just North Point educated, like 92% of the way through my associate's degree. So I'll try to answer it.
Okay. Bebop or rock steady?
Bebop.
Okay.
Or rock steady. So which one's bebop here?
I'm not gonna let you know. You have to guess. You're the scientist here.
I'm supposed to be observant. Let's go with bebop.
All right.
He's got this nice mohawk going on. It's purple.
Yes.
A fun fact about purple: it doesn't exist.
Wait, so all those awesome lupins up at like 12,000 feet in Telluride doesn't exist?
Doesn't exist. Yeah. So purple is a figment of our imagination. So we have cones in our eyes, as you may know. Okay. One of the physics things.
So this is invisible, but I can see it.
But you can see it. No. So yellow, right? It's a combination of red and green.
Okay.
So we have red cones, blue cones, and green cones in our eyes. And so when they fire, red and green together, it's red and green light entering our eyes. Both of our cones fire. And it's kind of meets somewhere in the middle, yellow. And so
his nose ring.
So his nose ring is making our red and green cones fire. But purple exists. You won't find purple in a rainbow, right?
Roy G. Biv, violet. Wait, so purple and violet aren't the same?
It's different.
So you're saying lavender is different too?
So
lilac's different?
Let's talk about Burgundy. I'm just kidding.
Okay, Ron. Anything else you want to talk about bebop?
Oh, I don't know, man. Does he play music? Does he play bebop music? That's why I picked him. I thought.
I wish it was like Miles Davis.
Yeah.
By the way, Miles Davis' last album is a freaking like hip hop album, and it's really awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, check that out.
Yeah, I'll exchange it over there.
Nice.
Well, anyways, so
Can I hold him?
go for it.
I got to get the bebop energy.
So, bebop, what does that mean to you?
Bebop. Well, the more I look at this, the more my ideas are changing about bebop. Oh, his tail, dude. Have you seen his tail? Nice. He's got this curly, cute little tail. It does not match his muscles at all.
Because he's a warthog, not a pig, a warthog.
Oh, a warthog. Well, that's like much cooler than a pig for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I like his. Oh, this is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing,
Of course.
Dude, the disrespect, the turtle shell shoulder
Because
pads.
it's implying that he killed a Ninja Turtle, but none of the Ninja Turtles ever died.
Ooh, dang.
Oh, by the way, fun fact, Kevin Eastman wrote Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
And Kevin Eastman always tells everybody the person that wrote Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles lives here.
And that's all he says.
That's all he says.
That's all he says. Is this a true fact that you're telling me right now?
Yeah, look it up in a comic book.
Okay.
He didn't write it,
He
but
didn't write it.
Kevin
But
Eastman.
Kevin Eastman wrote it.
Yeah.
Kevin Eastman wrote it.
Yeah, claim to fame.
Perfect. Nice.
Anyways, it's great speaking with you. Where can we find more information about your music?
Right. So most of my stuff is on Instagram. That's probably the best place to check me out. It's my name, Keenan Hammack, and the word musician. If just in case you were wondering what I do, I'm a musician. Soon, maybe it'll change to Keenan Hammack, physicist,
I like that.
quantum physicist, or
Yeah, just play that music up in space.
yeah,
Get the aliens to come
yeah,
here.
dude. I mean, that would be great. Except there's no sound in space, Zinni.
Well, I wasn't a physics teacher.
Well.
Anyways, enjoy this tune. All right, everybody, that was Keenan Hammack for you, and enjoy his music.
The brighter the light, the darker the shadow. The harder I try, the faster I let go. The more I try to fight, I find my shield is hollow. The more that I lie, the less that I follow. But the Black Sea was not the killer. It's these gray waters that keep getting dimmer. They could drown me, and all I see is the shimmer. Whoa. So throw me a life rope, I'll tie a noose around my throat. I'm a good swimmer. The more that I think, the less that I know. The deeper I sink, the sooner I'll come home. The more I try to drink, the less water flows. I tore down the chain link, expected gardens to grow. But the Black Sea was not the killer. It's these gray waters that keep getting dimmer. They could drown me, I see is the shimmer. Oh, so throw me a life rope, I'll tie a noose around my throat. I'm a good swimmer. But the Black Sea was not the killer. It's these gray waters that keep getting dimmer. They could drown me, and maybe then I'd see clearer. Whoa. So toss me a shovel and make a pile of rubble. I'm a good digger.
Thanks for tuning in with me and Keenan here on 5enses Unplugged. For more information about 5enses, log on to 5ensesmag.com. Like us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.